cbc.ca, or you can tweet us, CBC, all in a day.
Loneliness will steal your soul on stormy, windy hills, and it hides behind red maple trees on autumn afternoons.
Lynn Miles, song that All in a Day listeners have become very familiar with these last few weeks. Loneliness, the tune at the heart of our songwriting contest.
It is the distant sound of thunder and trains and loons. It is the hurt that hurts the deepest. It is the ache that you can't cure. It is the desperation of the late night telephone call.
And that sad song from 17 years ago, Lynn describes loneliness as hiding behind red maple trees on autumn afternoons. But on an autumn evening coming up very soon, mere days away in fact, Lynn will not be feeling so lonely on stage, I hope, when we celebrate her songwriting, the Ottawa International Writers Festival. It's an event that looks back on 25 years of Lynn Miles albums. For that, we've held a songwriting contest, asking listeners to take a line from Loneliness, that desperation of the late night telephone call line, write a 2-minute tune with that as a lyrical backbone. After 60-something entries, our 5 finalists were Alan Weeks.
Yes, I should have reached out, should have offered my hand, but it's the desperation of a late night telephone call.
Erin Saoirse Adair.
It was just another night for me. Now you desperately call late at night, leave me alone.
Steve St. Pierre.
Feels just like a curse, like the mood change in the fall. It is the desperation of a late night telephone call.
Natalia Cabrera and Alan Christman.
Been like a child afraid of the dark, hiding under cover, thinking of lost lovers. Yes, it is a desperation of a late night telephone.
And Larry Pegg.
It is the desperation of a late night telephone call.
All right, so we put it out to you, the listeners, to vote. And after 800-something votes, thank you to everybody for voting, the winner is Erin Saoirse Adair's slurry, wordy, drunk and dirty song. Erin joins us on the line now. Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel about winning?
I feel pretty good about it.
I know you were having online conversations with some of the other songwriters, telling them you liked their songs too, which I thought was pretty classy.
Well, I did. Well, it took me a while to find some of them. I found Natalia Cabrera and Alan Christman.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I love that. It was really jazzy and fabulous. So, and there was another one by Scary Bear Soundtrack that was about bail money, which was pretty hilarious.
It was interesting how many people took a totally different interpretation of this line too. I want to know how you approached it, because a lot of people talked about being the callers rather than the recipients. What came to mind for you here?
Just drunken booty calls and meeting people in the middle of the night that you think you can let go of, but they call you randomly at 5 a.m., and that's been happening to me quite a bit lately, so it's kind of perfect timing for me.
I see. So there was real-life inspiration here.
There's been a couple of times. The song is kind of a mashup. One of the verses is even about me, but tried to keep that under wraps a little bit.
Oh, nice. So you're just blaming somebody else for something that you are, in fact, guilty of.
Yeah.
That's actually a time-honored tradition in songwriting. I think that's pretty fun. We're going to play the tune again in a moment, but the phone messages that are actually within the tune here, these sort of drunken ramblings that happen in the middle of the song, are these close to what happened in real life?
Yeah, they're kind of a mashup of a lot of different things that have sort of happened over the years. Dating people and them aggressively and drunkenly asking you questions about what you're doing, and if you're sleeping with other people, and when really you've only met them once and you don't really care. And suddenly you're feeling they have the right to ask these questions? Yeah. So now you're going to be performing this on stage with Lynn Miles on Friday's event. Is Lynn's music played often in your house? Is this someone you heard a lot of? Yeah, my mom and her partner love Lynn Miles as well as all of my mom and her partner's friends. They've been going crazy with the competition because they just love Lynn Miles, and we listened to her 1999 release, Nighttime. I forget what it's called.
Night in a Strange Town.
And yeah, especially the song Rust, which is me and Sheila's favorite.
Oh, yes. Well, that's interesting. A lot of people, when we were asking for people's favorite Lynn Miles song, I would say it was a toss-up. There was Loneliness, but Rust came in pretty strongly in there in particular. That's so we're going to see if maybe she'll play it, maybe she won't on Friday night. Your own musical career, though, is getting busier all the time. You're in the band Three Little Birds.
Yep.
But on Saturday, you've also got a CD release party of your own, new solo work over at the Rainbow. You were in another musical contest last week for another radio station. How challenging has this been to work? We're calling you at work, so you've got a day job as well. How challenging has it been to work all of this into the schedule?
It's been extremely challenging.
Can you describe a week in the life of Erin?
It's basically 9 a.m. to 3 a.m., working basically full-time, and then also promoting the various things I'm doing, and then writing songs, obviously. And Three Little Birds has been crazy. We were just recently nominated for a Canadian Folk Music Award.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. And, yeah, I have a new band, so we've been rehearsing every night. And, yeah, it's just insanity.
So now we threw another gig into the mix for you. Is it just because you didn't have enough on the go, Erin? We felt like you're just
a much needed break.
You were just resting too much. So we thought you need to write another song and have another performance that you have to prepare for Friday. So get back to it, all right?
Okay.
But congratulations again, and thanks for writing such a great tune. We're going to hear it again here in just a moment, and we will see you on Friday.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks to all the people that voted for me, too.
It's, an amazing number of listeners out there who are voting for this online, so thank you so much for that. And Erin Saoirse Adair is going to be joining Lynn Miles on stage at the Writers' Fest on Friday. It's at 8:30 p.m. at Knox Presbyterian Church. It's sort of a trip through time, looking at Lynn Miles' 25 years of putting out albums. To get tickets for the event, go to writersfest.org. Here's the tune Erin's going to be performing with Lynn, voted as the winning tune by All in a Day listeners. Slurry, wordy, drunk, and dirty.
October is the strangest month of all. We were just two drunken kids on a Halloween pub crawl. We walked along the road, dancing so drunk and slow. It was just another night for me. Now you desperately call late at night, leave me alone. Listless lovers, intoxicated drones. I want you to leave me alone.
I just need to hear your voice.
Now you're a tag-along, and you think that we belong together. My phone, it rings at 5:30. It's the early morning, and I can hear the birdies. You're slurry, you're wordy, you're drunk and dirty. Listless lovers, intoxicated drones. I want you to leave me. I want you to leave me alone.
Phone's off or something. Just at home. I'm wondering, I'm just gonna head over.
Erin Saoirse Adair on stage with Lynn Miles on Friday. WritersFestival.org is where you go for tickets. I'm Alan Neal. That wraps things up for tonight. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.